Hi, and welcome to Benge's Book Talk. Today I'll be telling you about 3 stories that share a little slice of the African American experience. Our first book, Day of Tears. This ain't rain, this is God's tears. This quote from Will, a slave and character in the story, sets the scene perfectly. This story is about Pierce Butler, a plantation owner, his daughters, Sarah and Frances, who are against and for slavery respectively, Emma, a 12-year-old slave who takes care of the girls, and Maddie and Will, her parents. Pierce Butler has racked up a huge gambling debt, and in order to pay it off, he holds the largest slave auction ever. During this auction, he sells 400 slaves and earns over $300,000. So he's able to pay off his debts, avoid jail, and move his family to Philadelphia. Sarah doesn't want to go to this auction with her dad, but has no idea the depths that he will sink to pay off his debt. What is Pierce Butler's unforgivable action that causes so many tears? Find out in Day of Tears. Next, we move on to the Civil Rights era. Dr. King says, "We remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." This quote epitomizes this story. While covering a story, Jack, a white television reporter, is saved by Larry, a black editor and activist, from an angry crowd in racially charged Houston, Texas in 1968. Larry and Jack later become friends. Larry's daughter is hit by a car on Wheeler, where racist whites often target blacks with racial slurs and threats. African Americans plan a peaceful protest, a sit-in on Wheeler, to protest these racist acts. But police are called, bullets fly, and an officer is killed. Black college students are blamed for this murder. Jack is there and sees the entire thing. Will he speak up and tell the truth, or will he remain silent? Find out in the silence of our friends. Our last story takes us to the modern era. The first part last. If the world were really right, people would live life backwards. They would be all-knowing in the beginning and innocent in the end. This is a quote from Bobby as he's holding his 11-day-old daughter, Feather. This story is told in then and now alternating chapters. The flashback chapters feature Bobby and his girlfriend Nia hanging out, being teenagers, going to school. Then Nia gets pregnant. They talk to each other, they talk to their parents, they talk to social workers, and decide the best thing for everyone is to give the baby up for adoption. The now chapters, however, feature Bobby taking care of Feather all on his own. So what happens? What causes Bobby to be raising Feather all on his own? Find out in the first part last. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy one or all of these stories with strong African American characters.